Hello and welcome to Only Connect. During the week I met a viewer who asked, how do you make the show so exciting and dramatic? Turns out she hadn't realised it was staged, you know, that the outcome is plotted and the teams are actors. I thought everyone knew that. I mean, Sue from last week in the 50s, she was the Ophelia of her generation. And Ray, well, he was massive in Z-Cars. I've actually got one of the scripts here that we normally use. Victoria, brackets, breezily, let's meet the teams. Stage direction, team shifts uncomfortably and looks at the floor. On my right, Helen Fasham, a civil servant who went to primary school with the half-brother of the actor who played Herr Flick on Allo Allo. Phil Small, a pharmaceutical worker who cancelled a holiday to Andalusia to take part in Only Connect. And their captain, Ben Fasham, a languages graduate who once enjoyed several drinks with Howard Marks. All big on Belgium, they are the Belgophiles. You beat the Beaks in your last game. How did you celebrate the victory?
Phil and I stuck with the time-honoured tradition of staying up too late in the bar and receiving lots of angry texts from our teammate asking if we're quite finished.
Not as late as if Howard Marks had been there, I guess. You will be playing this evening on my left. Frank Paul, a specialist in medieval Islamic philosophy who devised a version of the crystal maze for his mother, which he named the Frankstal Maze. Tom Rowell, a forensic sciences graduate who met the most famous rugby player in the world at the place where rugby was invented, but didn't recognise him. And their captain, Lydia Misen, a university course administrator who, as a child, appeared in a promotional pamphlet for a prominent oil company. United by an appetite for escapism, they are the Escapologists. You won your last game against the detectives. How did you celebrate?
We did an escape room, true to our name, and then we went home and discussed whether we'd rather live in Heartbreak Hotel or Hotel California.
And the conclusion was?
There's no wine at Hotel California, but there is champagne, so we'll take it.
Speaking of the Hotel California, nobody's leaving today. This is another round again where they won their last match, so if they lose this one, they're still here. I don't know how the series is ever going to end, but we'll play anyway. Belgophiles, you won the toss. What would you like?
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. It's the music question. How lovely. What is the connection between the clues you're going to hear? Here's the first.
I don't know it. Next.
I wish that I knew what I know now. When I was younger, I wish that I knew.
Next. That's Alone, Alone by Heart. You are alone. Next. One more day like this. One day like this. It's Alone, one. So it's
2 seconds.
The last word of the title leads into the first word of the next title.
Very nice idea, but it would work better for a sequence, I think.
Yeah.
Escapologists, do you want to have a go for a bonus?
We think the band names are body parts.
The band names are body parts. What did we hear?
Elbow and heart.
Yes.
And we don't know the other two.
It was at Faces, a sort of
Oh, of
spin-off from
course
the
it
Small
was.
Faces of Rod Stewart, Ronnie Wood and so on. And the first one, the Shins, new slang. I've never heard of it. Apparently in the film Garden State, they say this is a song that'll change your life. I've now heard a bit of it. My life appears to be the same. Well done, Escapologists. You get the bonus point. And what would you like for yourselves?
The water, please.
Water. OK. These are going to be picture clues. What connects them? Here's the first.
Is that Alexandra Burks? Yeah. Next. Is it Stanley? Okay, Stanley Matthews. Burke, Matthews. Burke, Matthews, and should we take the next one? Next one, please. Is that Forrest Whitaker? It might be. Alexandra Palace.
Stanley Matthews is the wizard of the dribble. I don't know.
Next. That's Wednesday
Wednesday.
Addams.
Oh, well, Stanley Wednesday, that's last bits of football teams. Their first names are the ends of football teams like Crewe Alexander, Accrington Stanley, Sheffield Wednesday.
Nottingham Forest.
That's exactly what it is. They share bits of their names with football teams. So just talk me through the clues.
It's Alexandra Burke, so Crewe Alexandra. Stanley Matthews, Accrington Stanley.
Yep.
Forrest Whitaker, so Nottingham Forest. And Wednesday Addams, so Sheffield Wednesday.
Exactly so. And why is Wednesday Addams called Wednesday Addams?
Because Wednesday's Child is full of woe.
Exactly so, full of woe. I have a feeling that Wednesday Addams would be good on Only Connect.
I went to a Halloween party dressed as Wednesday Addams. She was my childhood idol.
I can sort of see her on a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good choice. I might go as her one
I
year.
once went to a fancy dress party as Emily Dickinson.
OK. You're going to have to tell me exactly what you were wearing from head to toe.
Well, there was a sort of... it was quite dark green. I had a bonnet, and I sort of had it... I parted my hair in the centre and quite a long dress. And also dark green.
I love you, Frank. I'm so glad nobody's going home. I want you to be on the quiz every week, usually dressed as different poets. Belgophiles, what would you like?
Lion, please.
Lion. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Is that a person or is it two different things?
It's going to be really hard. I know, I'm an artist. Next.
These are people.
Oh, Lewis Knight.
They're not people who are like music chroniclers. That's not Mozart's chronicler, is it?
Okay.
I don't know. That's a good one.
Next.
Oh no, it's surely is it degrees of separation? Maybe.
They're used as degrees of separation.
But
Next.
that would, they're just numbers.
2 seconds.
They're associated with numbers.
Numbers associated with numbers.
They have numbers named after them. Very well done. And Phil, I was impressed to hear at clue 2. You know who that is.
Yes, that's where the K numbers come from for Mozart's.
Exactly so. The canonical list of Mozart's works, the K numbers after von Kerkel. And Kevin Bacon, everybody knows, that's the degree of separation. And actors have a Bacon number, which is how quickly you can get to Kevin Bacon. Avogadro's number and Claude Shannon. Do you know what that's about?
No.
Shannon's number is the number of possible unique games of chess. And there are plenty, I think you can safely say. Well done. Back to you, Escapologists, for a choice.
Twisted Flax, please.
The Twisted Flax. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
An Italian twist to a Devon toy. No. Next. White Stripes. OK, so there's two people involved here. Maybe they were married. They were pretending to be brother and sister. Maybe it's that. Next. They could be pretending to be siblings. I mean, I would guess at that. But do you want to guess next one? Can we have the next one, please? Yes. They are pretending to be siblings.
I'm afraid that is not the answer. So, Belgophiles, you've got the chance for a bonus point.
Married couples.
Do you know, for a bonus, I can't take it. Because the right answer is they are just married couples who pretend not to be. They don't all pretend to be siblings. The Crankies, I think, are meant to be father and son.
Oh, are they?
Disturbingly, yes, I know. You don't want to think about it too much. And for the perfect answer for a bonus, I need to hear all of it. They are all married, but they pretend not to be. I think the White Stripes pretend to be brother and sister. Do you know what this first clue refers to?
No.
It's an Agatha Christie story in which they're a married couple, but one of them pretends to be a chap, I think a rich man who's up to something or other, and the wife just pretends to be a tourist, brother and sister. If you were a team of 6, you'd have had the perfect answer somewhere, but no, married couples pretending not to be was the answer there. What would you like for your own question?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. OK. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Next.
Next.
Something to do with the word.
Yogurt. You are seeing.
Don't know.
Ethel birds.
Next.
Thorn. That's the
this is the letter,
it's the Y, you know, like ye olds and
Isn't
stuff.
the letter as well?
Are they all they're old letters? So you know the Y and ye,
Yeah.
you know that's called a thorn, isn't it? That's actually a TH. I don't know whether you want to say another one.
Get another?
OK, next. Yeah, so
Some letters, or letters in English that have died out.
2 seconds.
old letters that are no longer used in alphabets.
That's exactly right. Well, in the common English, they're no longer used. Unused letters. What are those letters? What can you tell me about them?
The thorn's the Y, isn't it? In
Yeah.
ye olds.
Yeah, so we say ye old shop,
it's
but it's just the.
yeah.
Exactly so. It looks like a Y, yeah. The long S is the one that looks like an F, but
Yeah.
doesn't have a cross. Do you know about that second one?
Is Yogh the Y with 2 crosses?
No, it's a sound like you get in Loch or Bach if you pronounce it like that.
Loch.
And it looks a bit like a number 3. And the first one, Ethel or Ethel,
I think that makes a the sounds, doesn't it?
it's the OE.
Okay.
So, you know, in subpoena, it was a letter in its own right. It was in the alphabet. But yes, that is correct. All unused letters. Well done. One question left for you. The horned viper, Escapologists. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Next. A rock. Okay. Okay. Next. Oh my god. Next. Yeah, next. Ooh.
They could be rocks found on the moon, like Tranquility.
Yeah.
They could be in the Sea of Tranquility.
Should we go for that? Are they rocks found on the moon?
Yes, I mean, I can take that. I think we'd say minerals rather than exactly rocks. I mean, lots of rocks have come back from the moon. Not all of them accounted for, by the way, many stolen. These are minerals discovered on the moon. Tranquilityite, named after the Sea of Tranquility. And what is the extra clue at number 3? Why could you have worked it out?
I don't know.
It's named after Armstrong, Aldrin and Collins.
Oh, yes.
Almalcolite. All minerals found on the moon. Well done. That means at the end of round 1, the Belgophiles have 2 points, the Escapologists have 3. Round 2 is the sequences round. What comes fourth in a sequence? And Belgophiles will be going first again.
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. OK, you'll be seeing the first in a sequence. What comes fourth? Time starts now.
I don't know who his name is, but it's Richard Attenborough, isn't it?
John something.
Okay.
Next.
Characters played by Richard Attenborough. I don't know what number 4 stands for. Yeah, that's the sequence.
Next.
What's Wendy's surname?
Darling.
Darling, Buds of May.
It's Darling. Maybe it's not. What did Alistair Darling?
Oh, OK.
That's not a sequence.
Who's
well, it'll be- what was
followed
it?
Alistair Darling?
What was it? Was it Chancellor?
2 seconds.
Something Osborne, something to do with George Osborne.
I'm afraid that's not the answer. So, Escapologists, do you want to have a go for a bonus?
Will Carling?
I'm afraid that's not it. You're closer. It is Chancellors. Unfortunately for you, we're going backwards. Osborne is Geoffrey Osborne. On the wings of Geoffrey Osborne. And the owner of Jurassic Park, John Hammond. So going backwards, Hammond, Osborne, Darling, and we want Brown, for example, John Brown, the abolitionist.
Maybe Brown.
Yes, well spotted on the Chancellors, but going the wrong way, as Chancellors themselves so often do. Escapologists, what would you like?
Lion, please.
Lion. OK. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Okay. That has how many bells does that have? Should we do next? Next. George, is that a bell?
I don't know. I mean, it could be just alliterative names for people.
But it's a sequence.
Yeah.
Should we do next? Next. Oh, for God's sake. Ben, George, Paul, Great Paul. I mean, I feel like it might be a bell thing, but what's the largest bell?
Two seconds.
Great William.
I'm afraid that's not the answer. Belgophiles, do you want to have a go for a bonus?
Queen Elizabeth.
And why would that be?
We think it's to do with bells.
It is to do with bells. What is the largest bell, you asked yourselves? Olympic bell, the heaviest. It's about the weight of bells. So the heaviest bells in Britain, going up to the Olympic bell, which is actually the heaviest tuned bell in the world. What do you think it weighs?
A lot.
It is a lot. 50,508 pounds. What a huge bell. Really heavy. You wouldn't want to have to ring that. Heaviest bells in Britain and the biggest one made for the London 2012 Olympics. Olympic bell. Back to you, Belgophiles.
Water, please.
Water. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
So that has got 4 or 5 lines going through,
Yeah.
so it's got most of the lines going through.
So it could be going down. So we're going to go for something that's.
There are 6 there, aren't there?
Maybe see.
6, 5, 4, 3.
Let's see.
All right, let's
Next.
Who's
there?
That's how many lines? That's got 5
That's
lines.
got 5 lines.
Yeah, so something.
Yeah, no,
Something
you're
with
right.
3
Three,
something with
so
3
3
lines.
lines.
The tropics and the equator.
Yeah, sure.
the tropics and the equator.
And why would that be?
Because they have 3 lines.
Very well calculated. We went with the Adidas sportswear logo. Talk me through these clues, please.
King's Cross St Pancras has got 6 lines. Going through it, a knock-knock joke has 5 lines. The hash symbol has 4 in 2 sets of parallel lines, and Adidas is the 3 stripes.
Very well done. Shall I reward you with a knock-knock joke?
Please.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
2.
To who?
I think you mean to whom. Lovely. Escapologists, what would you like?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. This is going to be picture clues. What sort of thing would you expect to see in the 4th picture? Here's the first.
Is it? No. It's not angle what or something. No. Next. I'm not sure it is. Should you know?
Did you suggest?
Angle what? Okay. Next. Okay, these look like mosques. I mean, that looks like a mosque, but maybe could it be the largest mosque? Would it be Mecca, maybe? Can we try that?
3 seconds.
Mecca?
Not it, I'm afraid. Belgophiles, do you want to go for a bonus?
St Paul's Cathedral.
Why?
These are the lead buildings of the major religions in the UK, starting with the lower number of practitioners building up to the largest.
That is exactly right. We could have any church, because it's not particularly the lead buildings, but they are places of worship for the 4 biggest religions in the UK getting bigger. So the Gurdwara, the Sikh faith there, the Mandir, Hindu, mosque for the Islamic faith, and a church, St Paul's Cathedral being one for Christianity, biggest religion in the UK. Well done. Thank God, you must be thinking. And what would you like for your own question?
Twisted flax, please.
The twisted flax. Well, well. It just gets better and better, doesn't it? It's a music sequence. I couldn't be happier. We are going to hear up to 3 pieces of music. I want to know what kind of thing would you expect to hear in 4th place. Your first one coming in now.
That's Peckerell's Canon.
That's canon. Is it? Yeah. It's canon in D. That do you think it is that? No. Next.
No.
That's Moonlight Sonata, isn't it?
Yeah, that's definitely really nice. That's Beethoven.
Yeah. So is it something melodic musically? Moonlight.
Next.
Victoria. It's Victoria. Not Victoria. A song from Carmen, isn't it?
Canon. What's the second one? Moonlight Sonata? Car. Moon.
Beethoven.
What's the tour? Moonlight Tour.
2 seconds.
Something by Beethoven.
Not an acceptable answer, I'm afraid. So, Escapologists, you've got the chance of a bonus point.
Something by Borodin.
Something by Borodin would be perfect. And why?
Because it goes the Bach, Beethoven, Bizet, so they start with B-A, B-E, B-I, and then will be B-O.
That's exactly right. We've already had Beethoven at Clue 2. That was the Moonlight Sonata. And the first one, Jesus, Joy of Man's Desiring. Bach. You kicking yourselves a bit?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going that way through the alphabet. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any Borodin to play in. It's not the kind of thing we've got on our iPods here. But who can sing a bit of Borodin?
I cannot. No, can you?
Not I.
All right, I tell you what, I'll let you sing Bob Marley instead. That would do. It's not strictly classical. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be all right.
Lovely, lovely. Did you find that reassuring to be consoled by? Don't worry, there's a small points differential, but it can be turned round. Beautifully done. Thank you very much. And the next question will go to you, Escapologists. It's the Horn Viper, left snaking there in the bottom of the basket again. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Okay. Is that a religious thing? Or do you know? Next. Okay. That's 21 days. 15 days, 21 days. No, it's not. 19 days. Next.
Well, they have 19-day fasts and feasts in Bahaism, but I don't know what.
So you next?
Yeah.
Next. Oh. That's no good. Yeah. Okay. Oh.
2 seconds.
April 1st, 12th.
Brilliant. And why is that?
Because April begins with the first letter of the alphabet and ends with the 12th letter of the alphabet.
Exactly so. January begins with the 10th letter, ends with the 25th. February, 6th, 25th. March, M is the 13th letter of the alphabet, and H is the 8th. Very well done.
Thank you.
That means at the end of round 2, the Belgophiles have 6 points, the Escapologists have 6 points. It's that time of night when I fancy a look at the connecting wall, and I'll be showing it to you first. Escapologists, would you like lion or water?
Lion, please.
Lion. You have 2.5 minutes to solve this wall, starting now.
Okay, Gloria Swanson, silent film actor.
Yep,
I mean,
Garbo
Greta Garbo
also.
as well.
Pickford,
Mary Pickford.
and Bow.
Yeah.
No?
Lillian Gish
Harlow.
as well.
OK.
And...
Yes,
Okay.
lovely.
So we've got parts of boats.
OK,
Yeah,
so
so
the
tiller.
hull, stern, the tiller,
Is the ochre a part of a boat?
or the
Sounds
cat
good.
head. Try the ochre. No? OK. Lovely.
Yeah,
OK,
so
we've got
3
3.
goes.
OK, Washington, Stevenage, Garbo.
Yeah.
Is there a word one in here?
Right, Locker and
Those 4 places.
Harlow Town, Stevenage Town football teams. right?
OK. Washington Town?
I don't know.
In Newcastle? Up in Newcastle?
Over in Welsh.
What's Squiz?
Frederick Sanger won the Nobel Prize twice. He's a chemist.
OK, what about anybody else that won a Nobel Prize? What's Squiz?
Andy Irvine
okay.
is a folk musician.
Hazel Irvine.
Squiz, what's that? I mean, you can take the S
I
off to
think
make quiz.
you
I don't
can
think it's a
take the S
valid
off to
word
make
because
quiz.
I play Scrabble and that definitely
Yeah,
would
I
not
don't
be
think
allowed.
that's a word. OK, can you...
Garbo.
That can sort of be made into a 7. Is there a numbers thing here? Should we try towns?
Yeah, try it. Just
Irvine?
You've solved the wall. Very well done. So let's go through the connections. Swanson, Gish, Pickford, Bow.
These are silent movie actresses.
That's right. Can you tell me their first names?
Gloria Swanson, Lillian Gish, Mary Pickford and Clara Bow.
That's right. There's also Dorothy Gish. They were sisters. They both appeared. And the green group, hull, stern, and so on.
Parts of a boat.
Simply parts of a boat. And what about the next group? Irvine, Washington, Harlow, Stevenage.
I think they might be football teams that you can follow with town.
I'm afraid they are not. You're shaking your head. What do you think it is?
Well, I don't know what it is, but they're not football teams.
They're just, they're new towns. Irvine in North Ayrshire, Washington in Tyne and Wear, Harlow in Essex and Stevenage in Hertfordshire. And the turquoise group, Squiz, Garbo, Ochre and Sanger.
Yeah. Are they people who won the Nobel Prize?
Chemists.
They're
Frederick
absolutely
Sanger
not.
won the Nobel Prize
Yes,
twice.
but I'm afraid in this case
know.
it's Sanger in the sense of sandwich. It's slang words, Australian slang.
Oh.
Squiz, let's just take a squiz at that. Isn't it the squiz when you have, look, take a squiz at this connecting wall? Yeah, and then Garbo apparently is a refuse collector, like a garbage man. Time to go out and give this to the Garbo. And then Ochre, I mean, I don't know what these are myself. Ochre, boorish, uncouth, chauvinistic Australian. Imagine such a thing. And Sanger is sandwich, all Australian slang. Nevertheless, you solved the wall for 4 points and you gave me 2 connections. That's a total of 6. Let's bring in their opponents now, the Belgophiles, give them the other connecting wall and see what they can do with it. You have got 2.5 minutes to solve the water wall, starting now.
So there's Roald Dahl.
Possibly Cambridge Colleges, Clare, Churchill, Emmanuel.
Church. Should we just go for that?
these are people who've been
Jesus.
on banknotes as well. So Hublon, Darwin,
Fry,
Elgar.
Elgar. Right, and Nightingale, Florence Nightingale. So
That's
try.
Well done.
So we've got
Oh, there's princesses. Is that all?
There's
relatives.
Roald Dahl characters, Willy Wonka, Matilda.
Sophie
no, maybe
is one,
those.
isn't it?
Oh, Sophie's in the BFG.
Yeah.
Boggis?
Willy Wonka, Matilda. But yeah, if you do those, then we know that
Claire.
you've got the colleges. It's 5 colleges. August, Matilda.
I'm not sure about them. Little Willy, maybe.
What, should we go through the colleges then?
Yeah.
So that's that one done. What's the other one? Oh,
Darwin.
Darwin.
Contact Jesus.
Let's go back to these 3 then.
Maybe Boggis, maybe Little Willy.
Fine, okay, what else is there? Well done.
Well done.
Okay.
Humpy Rumpy.
So, what else is there?
I think just tanks. We haven't got much time.
They're not tanks, are they?
Churchill,
Little Will and Churchill were tanks, but
Oh, well,
I don't know. We'll guess you 3 guesses, so...
Yeah, it's time to guess, I think.
Churchill, Little Willie. What else? Matilda, Boggis.
Well, what isn't Roald Dahl? So, I mean, you know that is.
That's Roald Dahl.
That is.
That definitely is.
We've gone for quite a lot of the Churchill.
August.
10 seconds.
Boggis.
And that's not it. The time's up. But you found 2 groups. Tell me about Nightingale, Houblon, Elgar, Fry.
They have appeared on banknotes.
They've all appeared on UK banknotes. And the green group, Clare, Darwin, Jesus, Emmanuel.
Cambridge University Colleges.
Cambridge College's Darwin, the most recent one, 20th Century College. And you can still get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find, so let's resolve the wall. Here you go. Matilda, Churchill, Little Willie, Valentine.
Do we think they're tanks?
They are tanks. They're all tanks. The last group, Sophie, Humpy Rumpy, Willy Wonka and Boggis.
Roald Dahl characters.
They are Roald Dahl characters. So you found 2 groups and you knew all 4 connections. That is a total of 6. Let's have a look at the overall scores. The Escapologists have 12 points. The Belgophiles have 12 points. So it couldn't be closer as we go into the missing vowels round. Fingers on buzzers, teams. The first group are all things named after 2 people. Escapologists.
Ben and Jerry's.
Correct. Belgophiles.
The Duckworth-Lewis method.
Correct. Don't know this one. It's the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Next clue. Belgophiles.
Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease.
Well done. Next category, films with the number doubled. Belgophiles.
Fantastic 8.
Correct. Escapologists.
14 Samurai.
Well done. Belgophiles.
The Taking of Pelham 246.
Well done. Escapologists.
Oceans 22.
Correct. Next category, all noted for being green. Escapologists.
US Masters Champions jacket.
Well done. Belgophiles.
Mr. Spock's blood.
Yes, it is. Didn't get that one. 0 on a roulette wheel, but the bell has gone for the end of the quiz. And I can tell you that the winners with 17 points and through to the semi-finals are the Belgophiles. Very well done, and so close behind with 16 points. It's the Escapologists. But you will get another go to get into the semi-finals later in the series. Join me next time for another episode of Only Connect. The quiz so intense that it's currently the 4th brightest star in the sky, bumping Arcturus to 5th. Sorry, Arcturus. Bye-bye.